Hello everybody, you are welcome to another episode of Relufe Review, where we objectively review the Nigerian art, music, movies and entertainment in general. Like I always do, I am begging all the views and opinions that are expressed here are mine and my personal biases alone. On that note, my name is AY with the double O, and let's get right into the movie of the day. Welcome back guys. So the movie we are going to be reviewing today is a Prime Video. You know we do Prime videos, and it is titled On the Edge. They were really on the edge of that movie because hey, On the Edge tells the story of a young girl. Now the story is twisted such that what we're supposed to see at the beginning was what we saw towards the end of the movie. So it tells the story of a young girl who is in love with her childhood friend, and then struggling to make ends meet. There's no money. She gets involved with a man, a politician who's married, and then at somewhere in the middle she wants to get out of the relationship because she's done, and it's not just the fact that it's a politician. He's somebody who is condescending, for the lack of a better word. He was condescending in the movie, yes, and he was just all over her. He wanted to have her like all to himself, and she was done with her life. More so, she was in love with somebody, and she was done getting what she needed from the man. Basically, she just wanted out, and her lover had found a job. She just wanted a better life, and she was done with that relationship. Now, how does she get out of that relationship? That is where the problem, and that is where the movie was really on the edge. She was trying to get out of the relationship, and then different revelations start to come out about the kind of person the man is and all of that. Those are the things that we saw in the movie. So for the review, I'm going to be rating it from the plot to the acting, and let's get right into that. For the plot of the movie, it's centered around a young girl, but the storyline at the beginning was not very direct. At the beginning I wasn't sure what they were trying to portray. Are you talking about the politician and his wife, or are you talking about the young girl and her boyfriend? What exactly? But the funny thing about the story is it's intertwined. The part of the story takes the girl away as being the main character in the story, because the main character in the story here is that girl. But from the beginning what we saw was, but I like how they twisted the whole thing, from politics down. At the end of the story, at the end of the movie, we got what the story was all about. But at the beginning it was almost confusing, and if you're not very patient, you could have walked out of the movie. But it was a good storyline. The storyline was just not very clear to us, the viewers. So for the storyline, but the plot of the movie, I'll give it an 8 over 10. For the attraction of the movie, I'll say that the involvement of politics, as much as I'm not big into politics, but the fact that there was politics in that story and they were still able to maintain the storyline, because we're talking about a young girl getting involved with a man, whether it's a politician or not, it's out of the question. But the fact that they were able to infuse politics, into it was a point of attraction for me in the movie. For the acting of the movie, they had top actors. There were top actors in the movie. One of the main characters is a new face. She's a new face to me, but she did absolutely well. She played the character well. The acting was really good, from the politicians to even the wife, especially the chemistry between Uzoarukwe and his wife. It was, the bond was there. Zainab, thumbs up to her. She did a fantastic job. For the cinematography of this movie, it was good. For the editing, the sound, it was good. Though some parts were not, I could cut out some parts of the scenes, but the cinematography, the editing was good, the sound was good. I'll give it a good 7 over 10. Now, I would not forget to add that some characters were not important in that movie. To the best of my knowledge, they were not important because they did absolutely nothing. Some characters were just there to fill up the space. And I feel like if we have a good movie, if there are just 5 people in the movie, so far we get the story, so far we get the team, and we understand what the movie is trying to tell, the message that it's trying to pass across, it's a good to go movie. Especially for the old guy with the blonde hair. I don't know what he was doing in that movie, because at the end of the day, I thought he was going to be the one, to help the lady save or get revenge from the man. At the end of the day, she did it by herself. Some characters were just there to drag the scenes unnecessarily, which would also add to the movie. But the politics part, which was infused there, I feel it was already enough. For some characters, they were really not important. to be in the movie, to be very honest. Some characters were not important in the movie. For the directing of the movie, the director had good intentions, very good intentions. I can tell it's a good story. It's something new. It's not the two storylines. If we're going to separate the storylines, and we're going to put Uzo and his wife and their issues separately for infidelity and all that, and we're going to put the politics part on the other side and the girl and a young lover to on another side, it looks like three different stories, coming together. But for the directing of the movie, it takes a lot of work to infuse three different things all together and put it as just one movie. So the fact that there was still a middle point in this movie for everybody to come together and say, okay, this is the story, we understand the story, while not bringing down the main character of the story, we're still able to see her, we're still able to feel her presence in the movie. So for the directing, I'll give it a good 8/10. For the it factor, it is definitely a good movie. It's definitely a must watch. You should see the movie. It is one of those kind of movies that, yes, you want to talk about, you want to see it. On the Edge is a good movie. Overall, On the Edge gets a good 8/10. It is definitely a must see. You should see On the Edge if you've not seen it. This is an opportunity for you to open your app and then watch On the Edge movie. Let me know what you think about my final verdict. If you agree or you disagree, drop the comments in the comment section. What do you think about the movie overall as well? Drop your comments. And if you have any movie that you'd like for us to review, please drop the comments and we will gladly do that for you. We've come to the end of On the Edge movie review with Relufe TV. Do not forget to follow us across all social media platforms. It is at Relufe TV. Until I come your way again next time, my name is AY with a double A.